Estranged parents use the prodigal son to avoid what the parable demands of them. Dan just explained why that reading is wrong, and I want to take a different route. I want to ask the question that the text refuses to answer. What was it like to grow up in that house? The younger son leaves the reason that we all leave. Something about that home made the far country feel far more survivable than staying. And he thinks distance and money will do the work. But you can't outrun a family system. You take it with you. In your body, in your patterns, in what you believe you deserve. The swine pen proves it. He burned through everything because he was still living with the same wound that he left home with. He's still asking the same question to a different people in a different country. What do I have to give to be wanted? Now, the older brother stayed physically, but he never psychologically separated, which means that he never genuinely chose to be there. He just never left. His life has been organized around attuning to his father's needs at the cost of his own. He learned somewhere along the way that parental love might be conditional on his performance, and he built his whole self around maintaining that performance. His explosion at the party is the first authentic thing that he actually does in that story. Both sons are asking the same question. What does dad want from me, and what do I mean to him? One took the money and ran, one never left. Neither worked, and we see what the younger brother has. The thing that drives the older brother's rage is the father's desire. Not earned, not performed, just given. Now look at what the father does and does not do. He doesn't send messengers, doesn't send weird gifts, doesn't chase. He doesn't make the son's absence about his own wound. He waits, and God knows waiting is not a passive act, but difficult psychological work. The father runs toward him before he is cleaned up, doesn't ask him to apologize to extended family, demonstrate remorse, prove he's changed, or earn back trust on a timeline that the father controls. There are no threats here, just robe, ring, sandals, dignity restored before explanation. And when the son begins this rehearsed speech about how he's unworthy, he doesn't let the son avoid the genuine encounter by hiding behind the performance of contrition. A father who hasn't done the work would want his original son back, returned but corrected and legible to the father, not the adult child as they are, not the person who went to the far country and was changed by it. The child must be punished symbolically before being readmitted. They must explain, grovel, justify before they are readable to love again. What this father desires is not compliance, not labor, not even presence, just him, just the son. So if you want to claim the father's role, you must be the one who doesn't chase and does not cut off. You have to hold the bond intact without asking the child to manage your wound. You have to run toward the unclean, boundary-crossing, unrecognizable person your child has become. You have to be able to say he was dead but is now alive and mean it as joy instead of accusation. This is not a parable about your rights. This is a parable about the work. I am Connie Chen, here to help you deconstruct everything. My full Women in Scripture series lives on my Patreon. The links are you know where.